Don't mind me. I treated myself to some chocolate and some wine, having an evening by myself in my beautiful new space that I would love to show you, but it's none of your business. Um, and I had some thoughts come up, some things I wanted to share. I think that this is just going to be a thing that we do. We sit around, we have our wine, we have our chocolate, we talk, or we drink a ton of water and eat a bunch of vegetables and we talk. It doesn't really matter. But I know Thanksgiving is coming up and a lot of people are getting together with their family or they're getting together with their friends. But I wanted to say something to those of us slash those of you who are about to be visiting family and you're a little nervous about it, or you're like not dreading it, because on one hand it's like you miss everybody, right, and you want to see everyone and that's really exciting, but on the other hand it's like, oh, it's gonna be the same bullshit. Like, is it gonna be drama? Am I gonna feel like trash? Because even when it's not drama, you still might feel like trash because there's a little bit of a disconnect. Like maybe you feel like the black sheep, or maybe you feel like you were never really a part of them. Like somehow in another life, on another planet, like in another world, in another life, I'm adopted and I'm not really a part of you guys. Not because you think you're better than them or so like high and mighty and like placed on a pedestal, but because there's just something a little off. Like there's a little bit of a disconnect and it can be very heavy and really uncomfortable. And you don't quite know why it's there and why you feel like that, but you do everything you can to smile and play pretty, play happy. Hi, how are you? How's it going? And nothing helps to shake that feeling of this isn't really my home, or I don't really belong here. And I'm not talking about imposter syndrome before everybody gets up in the comments and want to psychology my way out of what I'm saying. Um, Respect psychologists, but you guys are out here devaluing everything I'm saying, and I need you to just listen. So to all you out there who are feeling this type of way, let me tell you something. Let me tell you how funky time is. The way we experience time on Earth is very relative to where we are placed and where we are on Earth. That's why when you travel, the time zone changes and we measure our years and our days and things like that based off of the rotations of the planet. That is a science. That is not some hippy dippy mumbo jumbo. That is facts. We measure our time and we create our calendar based off of the physical components of the planet that we are currently on right now. With that being said, if you are spiritually inclined and if you're a very spiritual person, you believe in that, which maybe you are and you just haven't accepted yet, or maybe you're in denial, or maybe you choose not to do that because you think it sounds cool and rebellious, and that's great too. Welcome to the family anyway. I'm here to tell you, if you feel like an outsider in your own home or in your own family, it's okay. I'm sure it's happened to everyone at least once, but if it's happening to you all the time, even when things are great, even when things are good, even when everything's fucking fantastic, you still kind of feel that way. It could be that on a permanent level, time that is different than Earth's time, on an eternal, spiritual realm, dimension, whatever you want to use the verbiage to call that, in a sense of time that is separate from our earthly time, the people you're connected to as family here on Earth may not be the same people in a more permanent sense of time. So for me, I would interpret that as this. You go, you see your family, something's quite off, you love them, those are your people, and you say that all the time, they my people, I love them, they my people, I love them. And it's true, I love them very much. But there's always been a sense of I'm connected to something that is separate from me and that I can't quite get to in the physical realm, in the physical presence, and that is more permanent. And that maybe that's my tribe, that's my family. And it's okay if you feel that way. That is valid, that is real. Not everyone who is your family on Earth is your family in all of eternity or in the spirit realm. I do believe that my mother is my mother, even down to the soul, down to the spirit, but I don't believe that of any of my father figures. I love them, I respect them. I'm going to call them father because that's what they prefer and that's what makes them feel good. And I do love and respect them, so why not make them feel good? But ultimately, I've never felt connected or like they're mine, and that goes for my adopted father and my birth father. Not because I didn't accept them, not because I don't love them, not because they weren't around or did me wrong or anything like that. They've both been wonderful. They did their part, and I think I grew up to be a decent human being because of it. But I truly know that my parents, my soul parents, the parts of me that are divine and that are permanent, my parental figures in that right are not here on earth. Neither one of them. And it's it's sad, but it's comforting. It's comforting to know that there's a lineage or somewhere where I might have come from that is not bound by earthly space and time, and that is not bound by the 12-month calendar and just this history I've kind of built up with my family here on earth, because I love them, I cherish them. But all of us get to a point where we're getting ready to meet up with everyone, and there's a little bit of like anxiety, like, ooh, I don't know if I don't know. And it could just be because somewhere in the spirit realm, you either have more family or a whole different family altogether. And that's okay. Your family on earth is still your family. They're still important. You still love them. It doesn't take away from that. But I think it should be acknowledged that the souls you're connected to aren't just the ones that you meet while you're going about your life at work. That may be why when you meet your best friend, they feel like your twin or like your kindred spirit or your twin flame. They're just your soulmate, but they're your best friend. You're not going to marry them, you're not in love with them, but you feel like, wow, we're really connected. This is crazy. You might even feel their pains or feel when they're getting sick or feel tethered and tied to them in a weird, strange horror movie kind of way. But it's not weird and it's not strange. And it's encouraging to know that if you ever feel disconnect or you just feel like, hey, no matter what I do, this bond doesn't hold. It could be because your family tree is a lot bigger than you think it is. And there are people who are connected to you right down to the soul connection that you've never even met before. And it could be you feeling those absences and you feeling those longing for connections, those like misconnections. So happy Thanksgiving, or happy early Thanksgiving. Be grateful. Go and see your family and enjoy. And if you feel a little off or a little comfortable, just say, hey, I guess my family's just that big. Okay? See ya.